What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're going over a new show.
I want to know if anybody else thinks that Andor is better than the Mandalorian, or if it's just me. And if you do, tell me why. If you don't, tell me why.
So after watching Andor, I've been itching for some new Star Wars content, and we finally got it. Season 3 of Mandalorian. And it opened up almost exactly the same as season 2. You know, we get a big monster, just like we do with season 2. And this one starts where I thought it was like a flashback with young Mendo and getting incorporated in, but it's actually not. It was actually he comes to save the day. But I thought the whole action scene was pretty awesome.
No, it starts with the armor.
Well, with
Yeah.
her making the armor, but I thought I thought she was making it for our Mendo. But did you think that was our main character as well?
Yeah, because you just out of the blue see a little kid there, and it's Mandalorian, so you think it's Mando, but yeah. And then the crocodile comes out and lays waste to everybody.
It does. Like you see it's eating those guys. Like, man, it is going to town. I was thinking, what are they going to do to this thing? Because they're not even phasing it at all. Then he shows how much gall the boy has, where he gets in front of it, and then right when he's about to come out, he gets saved. But then that's where Mando comes in and saves the day.
But then after a while, we realize that it's present day because Din comes out of nowhere and starts shooting the damn croc up.
Yeah, I was beginning to wonder how they're going to kill that thing until he shows up.
Well, they weren't going to until he showed up.
I know, they weren't. Not at all. But I really thought the opening was pretty awesome. I liked it. So he said something to that chick that I thought was pretty awesome. Like before they go off to Navarro, because he's trying to get back into the good graces, and he says,
"Bathed in the living waters beneath the mines of Mandalore."
Quote from
yeah, because she said you got to purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
You have to purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Yeah, that's every time she says that. When she said it in Boba Fett, that's the first thing I thought of. When they redid it in this one, that's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah, they go back to Navarro, and boy, has that place changed. It's changed drastically.
Yeah, over the 3 seasons, it's gone from a shithole to a trade port now.
Yeah, I remember in the first season when he's first going in there, you see those little rat things that they're cooking, like one's inside of a cage.
Rat things.
I don't know what they're called. Well, you see one in a cage. It looks like he's desperate to help. See one being cooked over a fire. But here you see him all happy in a tree, just chilling. Like they're no longer being eaten. So I was like, huh, all right. That shows how much they've grown as a planet, I guess, as a little society.
You got bars turning into schools.
Yeah. It's no more a bar. He's like, this is not a bar. Maybe that's why she turned me away. And then we also see Apollo Creed.
Greef Karga.
Yeah, Greef Karga. A.K.A. Apollo Creed or Andor Cara Weathers.
Whoa. There's still plenty of meat on that bone. Now you take this home, throw it in a pot, add some broth, a potato. Baby, you got a stew going.
So the whole point of him coming back to Navarro is to try to get that battle droid up and going again, which I thought was kind of cool because when I first saw that statue, I was like, oh, awesome. That's that battle droid.
Yeah, IJ-11.
Yeah, IJ-11, yeah. Yeah, and then the fact that he wants to repair it and bring it back, and when he does repair it, which is crazy, because I remember him being in the lava and just like nothing. I thought nothing else was left. But he actually repairs him, but he comes back to his like old programming, and he tries to kill Grogu.
Yeah, he goes crazy. It reminded me of Terminator.
Yeah, you're right.
Just crawling across the floor with one arm.
Yeah, you're right. I did not think of that. But then whenever the droid pushes Karga's head over and smashes him in the head, he's like, that's the way you use your head. I was like, I like it.
Yeah, his narcissism actually paid off.
Yeah, exactly. But then
Because he's damn full of himself, having little droids carry the bottom of his capes.
I know. He really is. But he still
I
has a little
saw
bit.
that and I
'cause-
was like, that's certainly not. And he turns around. I was like, holy shit. That's funny.
I do like his character, how he's changed from the first season until now. But I also like those little bitty characters, Inzelans. How those little people he takes the battle droid to get fixed. But they tell Mando that he has to get a chip to bring back IG-11. So I guess that's kind of one of the missions in the series is for him to find his chip. But what's really funny is that on that whole scene is Grogu starts squeezing one of those little creatures. Starts squeezing it, and Mando's like, "No, put it down. It's not a toy. It's not a toy."
It's not a pet.
Or it's not a pet. Yeah, it's not a pet. That was so funny. I like how he tries to eat and squeeze and eat anything that it looks like he can eat. It's just funny.
Oh, yeah. Just like when they were in Grief's office and he's spinning the chair around and then he stops and has one of the little candies fly over off of the desk.
Yeah. I like how they're giving him more like charisma almost,
And then after we leave Grief's office, well, they're told of an issue with pirates down in the court. Go down there, and you got pirates trying to go into what they remember as a bar, but is now a school, causing a scene. And then Grief has a little bit of a showdown, and just punks what is it, Vast?
Yeah, Vast. Punks him, yep.
Yeah, punks him, shoots his gun right out of his hand. And that's another theme that I've been noticing. We're going back, and it's always had a little bit of a Western theme, but they're really strong on the Western theme in this episode.
Yeah, they were, yeah.
And always on Navarro, too. So,
Or whenever he shoots Vast's gun out of his hand, I thought it was over with. I thought they're all going to run away. But no, Mando comes in and shoots the rest before they can pull, and then
because
Vast escapes.
they moved, so
Yeah, he saw them
he's
move.
just quicker. So.
But that's what I'm saying. Like before they could even pull anything, he's just so quick. Boom! Plus, he's got that little weapon that just shoots everybody. But the whole asteroid scene was pretty awesome. I thought it reminded me of Star Fox.
Do a barrel roll.
I don't know. To me, it was just throwbacks to Empire Strikes Back, and then he did his super speed shit. And got away from the pirates, which obviously they're going to be showing back up during the season.
Yeah. Well,
the main pirate guy, what was his name? He was comical looking. Jesus
he
Christ.
looked ridiculous. That's what I'm going to talk about is the way he looked, And he tells whenever he tells him if he just surrenders, he'll spare him his life. And then he tells Grogu,
Kid, never trust a pirate.
but then he just takes off. I was like, is that easy? He just had to warp speed and you're just done.
Well, it wasn't really warp speed, but it was kind of like he just flipped his switch. It was kind of like hitting nitro.
Yeah, he just took off, which I thought was I was kind of expecting a little bit more of a fight there, but he just took off. But I'm sure, like you said, we're going to see them again.
But yeah, he heads to Mandalorian, stops off on the moon where Bo-Katan / Starbuck is, and she's just chilling on her throne with nobody, living in solitude.
He says he's there to join her, but she's like, there's nothing left to join.
Yeah, everybody up and abandoned her ass.
So anyways, that is our thoughts on episode 1 of season 3 of Mandalorian. I thought it was awesome, and I'm looking forward to the next episode next week, and we'll be covering it as well. Anyways, we thank you guys for checking us out. Put what you thought in the comments of the video, if you liked it or not, if it lived up to your expectation. But we appreciate you watching. Peace out.